Hey everybody. So, good morning. My name is Samantha, and I'm a binge eating food addict. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Tired Mama, or Sam, Samantha, whichever you choose. I'm on a weight loss journey, and I'm determined to win, but I also want to make sure that I'm taking the time to share my journey and to share some of the things I'm experiencing as I go along this journey. I've been in my body for 35 years, and I'm just getting to where I've learned that I have to respect it and take care of it. I did a video recently on the harsh reality of obesity that deals with the medications and the diseases that come from obesity and what I'm experiencing. But today, I want to talk about something a little bit different. Most people think that when you start losing weight, and I have lost, as of my weigh-in this morning, I'm at 40.1 pounds. Okay, so I started at 360 and some change, and this morning I was at 320. Excuse me, I'll have to look at my board. But I'm at 40.1 pounds down right now. And I started on July 15th. I started documenting it on, August 15th. August 5th. I just started documenting it though on September the 2nd. So most people think that when you start losing weight, you start to feel better, right? That you have all this energy. I'll tell you that I'm a binge eater, and that's been my struggle. But my struggle right now is not binge eating. I'm not experiencing the energy and the happiness that everyone says, you know. And don't get me wrong, I am happy with my results. I am happy with my progress. And I do feel better when I work out, which I do every day. I do DDP yoga, and then I also do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays I walk 3 miles. But on the other side of this, I'm experiencing something very real, and I am seeing a therapist about it. But I'm experiencing a form of depression that I wasn't anticipating. I will say that this is the most weight I've ever lost. So this is a new experience for me. And I'm getting to that point like where my clothes are fitting and some of them are too big. So I really should be at that point that I start to get happy, but I'm really not. I'm not going to stop, and I'm not going to let it stop me. But my therapist, you know, has told me that it's because of my lifestyle changes, you know, and essentially I'm mourning my previous habits. And that sounds so insane to me, but I kind of get it. I am struggling with nothing serious, 1,000%. I'm not, you know, in fear of doing anything stupid. It's just like an extreme case of blahs. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, okay, it's time for me to go eat breakfast. What I really want is to go to McDonald's and get an Egg McMuffin and a hash brown and a sweet tea. Not going to do that because that would sabotage probably 2 days of working out. And so I need to have eggs, and some fruit, you know, or some yogurt. And that's what I'll do. but it's just the thought process there. Tonight, and Fridays are bad for me anyway. Today's Friday, September 20th. But today's my daughter's 14th birthday, and so she has an away football game with a marching band, and my husband are like, well, we'll go have a date night tonight. We will go out to dinner. And I'm like, that's a whole lot of temptation for me to deal with. But like, we have to go buy birthday presents, and then tomorrow there's going to be cake, and like, these are, the old me would have been like, oh yes, let's go, get Olive Garden or whatever, and we'll go taste test cake, and then we'll go buy a cake, and then we'll have cake and ice cream, and I can't do that, Normally, at this point, I would be like, well, this is just going to be a cheat weekend. But it scares me because I've watched my scales so closely. I have seen the slightest changes in my eating habits make drastic changes on my numbers on my scale. So I guess maybe for the first time visually, I have something to look at and say, okay, well, on this day I ate this food that was bad for me, and then this is what happened. And then I look back at all of the work that I've done to get me to where I am now, and it just takes a different look when you go through that. I know that people say you shouldn't weigh every day, but I think that perspective has changed how I view cheat days and things like that. But normally at this point I would start self-sabotaging. And I'm not. I'm fighting through it because it's important. For me. For my life. And it makes me incredibly sad to think of the number of times that I've failed. I have tried diets over the years that were so stupid. So, I'm just at that point where I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not going to fail this time. And I feel like maybe if other people became introspective the way I have, maybe they would start to realize the same thing. And that's really what this time period has brought me. And we talked about that in therapy this week, that I feel like this depression, this funk that I'm in right now, it's caused me to be very introspective and very withdrawn in myself, which I don't know has been a bad thing, because it's allowed me to have more conversations with myself, and rather than burst out at other people, I'm talking things out for myself. I hope that makes sense. And I think that documenting my experience has not only motivated me, but it's given me a reason to keep forcing myself to get up. I used to would come home from taking my daughter to school, and I'd go back to bed because my day job doesn't start till 10 o'clock. I would do my 10 to 2 for one job, go pick up my daughter. I'd have to come home and take a nap before I did my afternoon. That's not the case anymore. I will say I do have more energy. I just don't have the want, if that makes sense. Like, I have the energy to stay up all day. I say that and then I'm sitting here yawning. I slept really hard last night. Didn't want to get up. But I have the want, or the energy to go do stuff, whereas I didn't used to, but I don't have the want. Because everywhere I go, I see temptation. So I have to pull myself out of this. I have to figure this out. The whole reason I wanted to get to the point in weight loss that I was losing weight and I had more energy so that I could spend more time with my family. Well, now, due to this depression, which I'm fairly certain it's such a drastic change in my life, that I've got to deal with it. You know, I've got to keep pushing. I'm going to keep going to my therapist. I'm going to keep documenting the journey here for you. But I wanted everyone to understand that, and I'm not the only person that deals with this. There's like sometimes with weight loss, there's a depression that goes with it. Sometimes you lose friends. I have lost, not really lost, but I have a friend that I used to go out to lunch with every week, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And, I don't now get to see her every week. I don't get to have that extra interaction with people every day or every week. Guys, I guess today's video was just a little rant for me, a little talk. I'm working on a much bigger video, though, that it will probably be Monday before I can post it, because I'm really putting in a lot of thought as to how I approach the topic. But if you watch my videos every day, do this for me. Between now and Monday, ask yourself the question, who am I? Who am I? And come up with 3 words that describe you. Just 3 words. Don't use your name. Saying I am Samantha wouldn't work. That doesn't define me. So come up with 3 words that tell who you are. And on Monday, I want to break down a very important lesson that I learned. Realize over everything else 3 things. Number 1, you are worth the time that it takes to lose weight. Number 2, you are worth the effort that it takes to lose weight. And number 3, your life is worth it. You are loved. Until next time, guys, bye.